Well, after all the troubles and that, and I'm praying that we don't run into any more troubles with this motor build, I've now got a usable crank, and we're getting ready to put it together to stay together. I'm a little nervous because I've had to switch cranks, as I explained in the last one. So welcome to the 350 4-bolt main Chevrolet motor with 6-inch rods and special pistons to go with it. As I was saying, I've had to switch cranks because the crank that we had would not balance out for some reason, and it was just not a good thing. And another night when we fitted this, I put it in dry, and it went right in the other night. Oh. So, I'm trying to do this without doing any damage to the cam bearings, because everything fit good. Okay. Time to get dirty. Let's see. Oh. All right. This stuff gets everywhere, it seems like. See, it's already. Give the cam good coating of this. And make sure there is no dry spots showing on this. And then we slide her in. You want to use a good cam lube that's going to stay stuck to the cam. Like I said, I make sure there's no dry. And the bottom lifters will get the same stuff. The nice thing about having it all over my hand, it ain't wasting it all. With the glove, I've actually coated up the next. I'm still going to pour some more on. And I might be making a trip to Kansas before the one to North Carolina, which is okay, because with what Buddy and I just talked about, that would mean I might end up with some new tires out of this deal. Maybe even finish the Trailblazer too here. There we go. This is where I need a partner here. Okay, stay. This is where I need a partner here because they could be pulling out the engine parts of this motor for me. They're back under that bench. I need the cam bolts now. Rear seal. I just had it. I literally just had it. Where'd it go? Don't want to forget that. There it is. Alright. Bring you guys up a little. Okay. There's a way that the rear seals go on. A certain way. And that's with the... See the lip there? The lip always faces in towards the block. And like I said before, I always set that offset that by about a 1/4 inch or so. Put that on the chair. I'm not ready like the engine build the other night. The other night I prepped a long time for that one. This one here, I'm just getting back. I think the med's kicking in. All I know is my toe ain't as sore as what it was. And I'm not as warm. I was getting warm there for a while. But I gotta get my white lithium grease, my ARP bolt stuff, and get the air compressor turned on and blow the crankshaft off, even though he had it cleaned and bagged and tagged. I'm going to blow it off again, blow this off, and we're going to continue building this thing. So I've got a goal. I want to get this thing done. So now that means I'll work for a while, then I'm going to have to pull all his stuff out from under the bench. So the little pieces like the cam bolts and all that I can get to. And I'm already going to have a spot where the paint ain't going to stick. Like I said, that camera gets all over. I had it painted, yes. I did that to keep it from rusting. But that, like that, I'll hit with some carb clean. And anyway, I get the lube on here, set the crank in, and back here I put just a very, very light amount of RTV, silicone, a sealant of some kind. It doesn't take a lot. I mean, I just wet it, because when you squeeze it down, you'll see it squeeze out. That helps seal the cap right there and there, and then it comes in. So that's just the way I do it, and I've had really, really good luck doing that. So alright, I'm going to get back to work. I don't know if I'm going to show you step by step, because I want this thing done. I want it running in the next 48 hours, if not sooner. So that means I got to pull the 454 off the stand, which that may not be so bad, but it's going to be a little interesting because this motor is on the stand. I want to put the 454 on, so yeah. Anyway, alright. I would have had you guys on sooner, but my neighbor was here and he was having fun. He's just like a little kid. Guys, oh God, I'm going to get it wrong. Late 60s, early 70s. He's been coming up and checking out what I do and that. And he wanted to see the ring compressor work. He stuck around. He goes, yeah, the wife's probably wondering where I'm at. He stuck around, watched me use that. He goes, holy cow. And he helped me put the mains on, even rear seal, and he's just having a good old time helping me. That's neat. But everything is going. Decided I better put the timing chain and gear on so the cam's rotating. I've got 2 pistons in. And I've started on medication, the antibiotic, for my foot. let's see, for my foot. And I've got it in my head I'm going to stay here until this thing is together, but I don't know. I know I'm going to get, once I get the pistons in the passenger side, I'm wiping the deck down and installing the head. I'm going to get the heads on this as soon as possible. Well, on the passenger side. Driver's side head I'm going to leave off so I can degree it, but I want one of the heads on. And just start getting her buttoned up. Yeah, put you guys over here. Toe's not near sore. And actually, I'm not hurting near as bad, so maybe I am full of infection and didn't know it. I don't know. Because where I've been hurting in my back, that's not hurting. My knee joints ain't hurting too bad. Which, did he misdiagnose something again? I don't know. So yeah, we ended up putting the 1182 standard steel crank. I mean, it was a beautiful, it is a beautiful crank. I kind of had that earmarked for 377, but that scat crank I got, I don't know what I'm just, it's not what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a 4340 steel scat or whatever, the 4340. I gave part number to Buddy. He looked it up and he goes, that's only 9,000. That's just a stock replacement crank. I'm like, oh. So I got to do some research on that number myself, and it's here and there. I mean, if everything went smooth, everybody would do it. And this is going to be a go-getting little motor. This should do what he wanted to. Kind of hope I'm there the first night. I haven't decided if I actually want to go watch my motors run on the track or just stay home. I don't know. I don't. That's crazy, but anyway, I want to take a little bit of a breather here, and sorry. Try and decide if I need to go find something to eat or what I gotta do. Anyway, can spinning, everything's turning nice. I'm real happy with it. I hate to admit it, after my neighbor left, that's when I kind of ran out of steam. I just gotta take a few minutes here. So, alrighty. Oh yeah, I done something I haven't ever done in a long time. Maybe not even done. I don't know. Oh. When I went to pick up my medicine, I see the hospital side of that clinic building's doing a remodel. I scored me a new chair. Let's see. You guys can't see it under me. There was two, but I couldn't get to the second one. So, yeah, just a little tad bit to throw in there. Well, the even side's in. Let's see what you guys are seeing. All the eyebrows are up. Got the gaskets, been wiped down. I haven't torqued anything, but I want to, there's a reason I want to do this, because I want to get the head on and checked and put in a couple of lifters and check push rod lengths before I get my hopes up on having this running. As we got brand new heads, brand new everything, and I I need to check the push rod lengths to make sure they're going to be correct. And I hope so, because I do have a few on hand. Whether or not I got the right ones or not, who knows? That'd be the next thing. But yeah. So the new heads have been wiped down, blowed off. I mean, they just did the valve job and the surface and everything to the heads. I don't have the vacuum thing from a vacuum pump to lay over the exhaust and make sure everything's sealed and that, but they're guaranteed, they're very, very fresh. So I guess with that, the heavy stuff. Ouch. Other than lifting my body. And since these heads have never been on, there's not a right and left. Well, there's not a right and left to them anyway, but for me, I'll show you. Oh. Ouch. They're nice and new. Nice and very sharp, so I probably should put some gloves on for this. Ta-da! Okay. Looks pretty sweet there. See this plug here. And unfortunately, I see they put peanut plug style in there instead of the big fat one, but that's okay. I'm going to go find a bolt and get that. I got some bolts cleaned up. Actually, yeah. See, this is where I need help. They could have dug everything out from under the bench. And I think I found a new head I like for what I paid for these. And that, and they're brand new. I'm thinking I'm liking them. They're definitely set up for peanut plugs, that's for sure. They're not big base, but they're peanuts. And I said peanuts. So, there we go. First time these heads are set on a block. So, I'll find some bolts. You get that bolted down so it doesn't fall off, at least. I mean, I don't have to torque it on right now. I can, like I said, this way I can drop a couple of lifters, check push rods, make sure either his or a new set or some, whatever. I mean, a lot of people would just slam bam this thing together, but I'm not. Want this thing, he's got dreams of going somewhere with this motor, and I want him to be able to do it. So, and this is the best way. So, anyway, I'll get this bolted on, and maybe we'll go ahead and check some push rods, because I want to check the push rod lengths before I get crazy and get ready to degree this cam. And also with that on the head on there, it'll help me tip the motor over so I can tip it to work on the other side. But yeah, she's turning over very nicely. It's actually feels a little bit better. Well, I know what it is. This motor here's got the thin rings. That one over there's got the normal 5/16 or whatever, I can't remember. And they say the smaller the ring, the less the drag, and it's worth 8 horsepower. Motor Trend proved that the thinner rings are worth 8 horsepower, and they said, could they justify tearing down a motor just to specifically change the pistons over or not? I mean, they spent a lot of money to prove that, but if you build it from the get-go that way, then that might be the better thing. So I'm trying to get every little bit of the thing out of this motor for him so he can go have a lot of fun. So anyway, I'll be back. Well, darn it all, I was going to show you guys the last one going in. Number one was the last one this time. We got her going. She's got a couple of spots to touch up. And it's 11:15. I haven't checked the push rod links yet. I got a couple galley plugs to put in while I'm thinking of it before I forget them. And I gotta get out the degree wheel, get down the box, let these rods come in so I can get the torque set back off them, and torque the rods. It's turning really, really nice. I think I like this the narrow ring stuff. So with that being narrow rings on this block shouldn't wear like that old 60 over motor he had. So, but yep, there. The bottom end is complete. Got one head sitting on it. Like I said, I'm going to get this plug in here and the one here above the oil filter. Get those in so that can dry. Then I gotta get the water ones down here too. So, I went home and I ate and I took my medicine. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go home. I took my meds and feeling better. I look a little red right now, but I don't know. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. Finally. Well, I don't know how long this part of the video is going to be, but I guess this is where I want to end this one. And we'll pick up tomorrow. I gotta go do some running. And I gotta be up early, so I guess I just will go home, go to bed, and get up. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Which means if I'm going to do that, by the time you see this video, it's going to be hooked with the next day. So I'm not going to mess with that tonight. So I guess I better get home and get to bed, because I got to be out here bright and early. So see y'all later. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? I forgot to pick the camera up today. Sorry. Really haven't done a lot. The shocks are on my truck, but I found out my front end's loose again, and I just rebuilt that back in June. New parts are on their way. I luckily found the parts ticket from back then, and I told them, well, I'm not happy that the tie rod end's already ripped and the drag link's dropping up and down already, so the idler arm, pit and arm. I haven't hit anything that I know of. But having the new shocks on that truck, big difference already. So yeah, now that means I got to rebuild the front end again. Wheel bearings are fine. Wheel bearings are doing great. They're not loose. The ball joints are okay. The tie rods and the steering didn't hold up. I told him, I said the tie rod end boots have already ripped, and so I don't know. I don't know why. Like I told my buddy, I'd rather have parts failure on my stuff, because I put the stuff on the customers and nobody's coming back, and I've seen the cars and I've looked at the cars since I've worked on them, and everything's okay. Anyway, back onto the motor build. I just got done checking the degree of the cam, and they did good. I don't have to drill out the holes on everything checked out like it's supposed to, so I guess I could have just thrown it on, not even worried about it. Well, I had 2 ways to go. I loosened that before I started. I was done. Sorry I did not show you. It took a little bit for me to remember how to do this and then find threads in that. So if it was off, I could have, this has got a 3K way, I could have pulled that off and done that. But alright, sounds like I got company here again, but yep, that's where I'm at. So now that that's degreed in, I can get the box down, torque the rods, put the heads on. Well, actually I gotta start washing parts. I gotta wash bolts and push rods, and oh yeah, the push rod length checked out too. So where we can put this thing together. So alrighty. Oh, there's a sneak peek of what it's going to look like. He stopped and got his old motor, what was left of it. So alright, gave me a little more room. So I'm going to start looking for parts, maybe put another one together for him. Or I told him about the other motor I got done, that would be for sale, so I just have to change the oil pan and intake on that one. But I guess it's getting time for another dose of medicine. I'm just, I know I work at night, especially on motor builds. I got the new shocks in the pickup. I think I told you guys about that. I don't know. Yeah. He latched it. The guy, he latched on that block and out the door. I'm like, I can't do that. I used to. I can't anymore. So my knees and that are telling me different. But I guess, so it doesn't take all night, I'm going to get this uploaded. And, well, if you've seen this, it's already been uploaded and you're watching it. I watched it, so I guess, I don't know much else. So, I guess tomorrow I get out here, it's going to be wash bolts. I can put I found all the pieces as I was giving them stuff back, I found the pieces I was missing in a couple of boxes. So I can put the valve train together, do all that, or the cam bolts and all that, have that all ready to go, and get the head bolts cleaned up, get the heads torqued on the stay, and yeah, I got the little 283 block I need to get up to the machine shop and have them clean that too. Yeah. So, I guess I'm tired. I'm wore out. Don't know why, but I am. So everybody, we'll see you later. Have a good one.